Okay, so you probably heard of calisthenics. Calisthenics is bodyweight training where you use your body as your resistance from which you strengthen your muscles. I'm 100% certain that you have not heard of high reps calisthenics. High reps calisthenics is doing high amounts of volume, preferably reps and sets in a short amount of time. The problem is that the calisthenics that you see online is mostly doing all those freestyle movements where you bounce off the bar, or the calisthenics elements where you do muscle ups, front levers, back levers, handstands, and that's all great. But the high reps calisthenics is literally the one thing that I will do for the rest of my life for physical training, for general fitness. So what do I exactly mean by high volume and short rest time? So imagine yourself doing 5 reps, 5 sets of 5 to 6 pull-ups, or even less than that, maybe 3 to 4 pull-ups with fair number of push-ups, or twice the amount of pull-ups, let's say 6 push-ups, and you make rest in between 10 seconds. The time that you'll need to finish that workout is maybe less than 5 minutes. But at the end of that short workout, the volume that the volume that you did, it was six times no 5 times 45, 50 reps. That's pretty solid. So you did 50 pull-ups and push-ups in 5 minutes. Although if we compare the most renowned training in the gym with normal sets, you will do 5 to 6 exercises with 4 times 10 or 3 times 10 split. That's maybe 40 reps. In one exercise, you do 5 of them. That's 200 reps, and you did 200 reps in 2 hours, or maybe 1.5 hours. And you did in 5 minutes, if we compare it to calisthenics, in 5 minutes you've done significantly more than the gym athlete. So the person that trained in the gym needed 3 times. So I get it. There is a variety in exercises and all of that. We only do push-ups and pull-ups and maybe some additional exercises along the way. The volume is volume. If you put certain amount of volume in training muscle, that still counts. That's like that same as 5 sets in 5 minutes of lat pull downs and a bit lighter bench press. That's really significant. Also, I want to mention that in this, there's a lot of ways to train in high reps calisthenics. And so I made, if you ever did those 500 or 1,000 push-ups in one workout as a teenager or as a young adult, you probably that's the most basic this is the most basic term I can describe high reps calisthenics in. So you can do high reps calisthenics. That is the most simplistic basic method that you can apply the high reps. So you do 1,000 push-ups in maybe 1 to 2 hours. That's pretty damn good, if you ask me. If you don't have time, if you don't have a park nearby your apartment, your flat, then and if you're particularly busy that day, you can rep out 30 push-ups in one set for 5 minutes. That's 150 push-ups, or 10 minutes. That's 300 push-ups. You get the point. And you can do, and if you want a more sophisticated way to train, then maybe you should add pull-ups and other exercises that work different chains and groups of muscles. For pulling movement, you're going to do pull-ups. For core, you can avoid the core for now, but later on you can add some exercises like leg raises on dip bar. Here, the dip bar leg raises, you can add windshield wipers, like you can see like right now on the screen. So those exercises are kind of additional to all of this, and they can benefit you really good if you know how to, if you have the practice the movement really good, and you train the movement consistently, you can really get good at them and get strong core. So the benefits of high reps is that the high reps is usually benefits for high reps calisthenics is that you can get more absolute strength. Absolute strength is lifting for example, lifting maximum amount of weight on weighted pull-ups or weighted dips or the muscle ups, and on squat you can get much more endurance. If you do 100 reps or 200 reps in 20 to 30 minutes, you are basically doing the same workout that someone else, that it will spare 2 hours of their time. So by doing that, you are basically you can endure more and you're increasing your working capacity. And by that, I note that you're going to get a bit more toned and lean physique, which is really, really nice. You're going to get the veins popping out of your core, even out of your arms. It's a non-negotiable for the forearms, from the biceps, from shoulders, even from chest. If you are pretty consistent and you have regulated diet with training like this, there's no doubt about you managing that physique, leaning down to that 10% body fat. It doesn't take that much for athlete or for a person who just trains consistently in this way. There's people who more volume, so you can really play with this. You can do more reps, more or less sets. If you have less time, you can do more sets at less reps. If you want to prevent muscle soreness for some other reasons, like martial arts, for example, I do 5 to 15 or 20 mini sets of push-ups and pull-ups, because I want to prevent muscle soreness or on my kickboxing training. That's my case. For you, it may be different. Like if you have a hard physical job, maybe do the same as I do, because you might need to harness some strength on the job if it's particularly harder than the other jobs. Yeah, that's basically it. For the actionable steps, I dare you to determine your maximum max reps in a row, preferably consecutive reps in a row. So I'm doing pull-ups. Imagine me doing pull-ups right like I am, and I'm doing pull-ups not consecutively. So there is no rest, there is no dead stop. So me hanging on the bar and resting my lats and my biceps to pull by using my forearms to pull out a few more reps to get more reps in the max. That's not uh, that's what you should avoid. If you do, let's say, 30 or 40 reps by hanging on the bar and wrapping out some what is left in the tank, then don't consider that. I consider consecutive reps where you're wrapping out without stopping. Also, I want to mention the second step is that you determine how much reps how much reps and sets you will do for one training session. How can you determine that? Well, if you are capable of wrapping out, for example, 20 pull-ups, you should be hitting for an ideal workout, you should be hitting 50 pull-ups. So you should multiply the number of maximum consecutive reps with 2.5. 2 is too low again. 3 is a bit high. The 2.5 for me is quite an ideal. Multiply by 2.5, and that's the number of pull-ups that you need to generate in one single workout. For push-ups, and every other exercise you do that day, the same concept applies there. For push-ups, let's say you can do 40 push-ups, then you should be wrapping out 100 push-ups a day. If you are doing squats, maybe 100 squats, then 250 squats, and etc. That's the method is called repetition method. And what you are doing basically is you are increasing the number of reps by essentially increasing the number of reps by determining how many reps are you going to do in a workout. And if you again, if you can do more reps, you can you are your muscles are more visible, more toned, more vascular, more like veiny look, more defined. And the chances are that if you can do 30 to 40 pull-ups or even more than that, you are capable. You're a machine, and your work capacity is really developed. Where in the gym, if you ask any people who are on the machines and have a bit more variety in their training, they'll usually do 15 or 20 pull-ups if they are long time gym goers, or and some of them won't be able to do 10 reps, which is quite sad when you look at someone who dedicated himself to train 3 to 5 years consistently without managing to get to 10 pull-ups or more. And lean, you are automatically in the beginning, if you find it hard to get, if you find it difficult to get the pull-ups and push-ups in, just skip the work. Don't skip the days, and don't run away from your workouts, because if a certain time period passes, the weight that you are going to lose is going to help you again to will determine will increase your work capacity, because you, or as I said, less weight you have, the easier it is going to be. The more weight you have on yourself, so after you or maybe got bloated from lunch, from some high something some you ate some high food that is high in calories, then maybe you should take a walk and do some lighter exercises to just boost the digestion, and then maybe 1 hour 2 hours afterwards do get those reps in. And that's basically it. So I presented you the high reps method of training. It is not mentioned as it should be in the fitness space, and many people describe that training as not efficient, while they're the ones that avoid this type of training in the first place. And yeah, get those reps in. Don't run away from your workouts, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye bye.